Yes, just want to give a shout out to our sponsors who make all this possible. As right now we're the only camera crew out here and the only one giving live coverage of the Kappa 2012 tournament. So Bermuda Sports Network leading the way covering sports events in Bermuda at this moment. Our sponsors, we have TBI Bermuda International, Waterfield and Vallis Wholesale Distributors, ACE, Bank of Bermuda Foundation, Renaissance Re, Atlantic Medical International, Catlin Underwriting Ambition, XL, Zurich International Limited, Electric Supply Limited, Barrett, Amlin, Bermuda, Oil Insurance Limited, Lobster Pot, Orbis Investment Management Limited, Tokyo Millennium, Corporation of Hamilton, Spa Water, Department of Youth, Families and Sports, Telford Electric, Telecom Bermuda, Fidelity Investments, Bermuda Sports Anti-Doping, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Those are our sponsors who make it possible. Me, your commentator Vincent Richardson, alongside Mr. Dill, as the teams take the field. You see Dandy Stars being led out by their captain. The referees in front. Valencia being led out as well by their captain. And it seems that we're about to have a very, very line affair. You can feel the atmosphere changing as the game's about to kick off. Players are taking the field and people's attention is drawn towards the match. Bermuda Sports Network bringing you the 2012 Kappa Classic Tournament. Thanks Mr. Woods for his vision. As the players taking their pictures and all their uniforms, shirts tucked in, looking very smart. Valencia and Dandytown. And I'd just like to say, you know, regardless of who wins, they're all winners in my eyes because these players have been training hard. A lot of them wouldn't have got a good night's rest yesterday knowing that they had important games today. And this is what they're living for right now. They're living for their football. And we wish them well. We want them to be encouraged, stay enthused, and we wish them good luck. So we're only moments away from the kickoff of this under-14 finals match. And as Mr. Dill has let us know, Dandytown has one up on Valencia. Yes. So Valencia will be trying to level the score and in the greater picture of things win this tournament. Not long now, the final match preparations are being taken. The match referee will be Mr. Francis for this game. Just as we look around, we see some very, very nice food being prepared and see some smoothies over in the corner by Smoothie Possibilities.
I could use a good codfish and potato breakfast right now. I've been up all night battling with my own mind about how I'm going to play today.
Weekend Warriors syndrome.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to play cricket, Sundays, I went a whole summer without eating codfish and potato, which was it was almost like punishment.
You know, I've spoken to a lot of sports scientists and sports psychologists over my travels in Europe.
Indeed.
And they say your body can live off of adrenaline. You can actually live off of adrenaline. And when I think about it, you know, how long that I'm lived off of adrenaline, being involved in sports, and I'm going without eating and just living off the adrenaline. It's not healthy, mind you, but you could do it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If anyone's looking for a new diet plan, you have to refer to Mr. Dill for that instruction, and he'll give you the write out and the layout, so you can follow the Maceo Dill adrenaline diet. And we're only moments away. The players are in position. You can see the players getting bigger now as we're in the under 14s. Got some young men out there now. And Valencia will be kicking off.
Yeah, both of these teams are equipped with a lot of national academy players here You know, you got D-Trey Bowell in goal there. You got Antonio Bailey there, and also for the Dandytown players, you have Amar Lewis and Lowe out there that are national court players, as well as David here.
That's the kickoff.
And we got to keep an eye on number 19, David. He's got such power and speed, and he knows how to use it. Might be a little bit difficult for him on the smaller field to be able to use it. But he knows how to use that power and speed.
And David Jones, who we was just talking about, for good link-up 1-2 play, immediately Dandytown, and they send the ball right at us.
Cameraman had that one covered.
Well, yeah, the cameraman shows that he's versatile, not only in being aware of where the ball is, but evasive action as well. As he avoids being the second person to see get hit with the ball today. And Dandytown, clear intent is to come forward and win this game. They're not sitting back. Number 3 fires out. Awesome shot. Mr. Janaze Swan of Dandytown.
Mr. Swan's also a National Academy player. He possesses great skill.
Indeed. The shot he let off there could have probably been back another 30 yards.
Yes. Valencia looking to build out the back. Just
knock the ball around and look for the space.
And Liam was able to get forward to get a shot after a great build-up play out of the back.
I think the field needs to be bigger. These guys
can get the field could get a little bit bigger for these boys here.
These boys here are letting them go, and the smallest player is able to send it wide. Oh, Mr. Swan with a lovely step over, but the ball just bobbles up a little bit and he's not able to control it the way he wanted. Dandytown
this side field
defending.
is all about speed and technique and quick thinking. It's all about who can think quick.
Indeed, indeed. And the Valencia captain showing why. He cleans up the defense and immediately sends his team into attack mode. Dandytown, though, win the ball, and they're building an attack of their own. Mr. Swan working his magic on the left-hand side here. He's not going to make it easy for the defender, as he has to bring him down. Mr. Trutt making the foul on Mr. Swan there. Nathan Trutt and Janaze Swan. Janaze Swan peels off his defender, does a cutback, finds a good ball out. Good save by the Valencia keeper as Dandytown, some good link-up play, moving the ball around, finding the open space. One-time shot that time, just saved by the goalie's fingertips.
Dandytown coached by national squad player Sion Darrell. So it's always great to see players such as Sion Darrell putting back into the youth ranks. You know, obviously he's going to be getting a lot of experience with his travels with the national team and the Hawks. So for him to come back and teach the kids is great to see, man.
Totally, totally. That's what it's all about. It's all about giving back to your roots, you know. These kids are looking for direction and looking for some knowledge. What a great piece of skill by the captain of Valencia.
Shows he's aware who's on the field.
You can tell why he's the captain.
You can see his swagger. Look how he runs around the field. He's got such a swagger about him.
I tell you, he's definitely a cut above the rest. I've only seen him do 2 things, and they've both been brilliant.
Yes.
So an A for him so far as far as the game is going.
Him and Amar Lewis was one of the 2 players selected last year to visit the West Ham Academy in England.
Okay.
You know, so they both had some experience in training with academy kids and academy life, you know, in England. So, you know, those are 2 definitely to watch out for. Very, very hard pushing it back by Lowe there. That is a foul.
I think his composure is very good. Even when that player pushed him in the back there, he's very professional, he seems. It just goes about the game, sends his players forward, barks some instructions as he sets up for the free kick. And Trutt.
Free kick right into the wall.
Paul Douglas's free kick is cleared, and it's going to have a throw in. At first it looked like Dandytown, but no, it's Valencia.
This could be dangerous.
It's dangerous. Ooh. And Dandytown kept sleeping.
The court sleeping.
Nearly paid the price.
Low will be a little bit disappointed with himself. He should have did better in finishing that. But again, he's working hard off the ball. But all credit to him for taking up a very good position. Good intelligent play. Good intelligent football there.
Clash of two giants right here, Dandytown and Valencia. And
my son plays for Valencia, and it's amazing what's happened to him. You know, he spent his young development years at North Village with me, but since going to Valencia, his mind is open up now. He watches Valencia on TV, and originally when he played for North Village, he saw, you know, playing for North Village, they saw that as the height, the first division team. Now he looks at Spanish teams and says, yeah, I'm going to play for these guys. So it broadens his horizons and his dreams. His dreams get bigger and bigger.
Totally. I tell you, the world of sports is a wide world. I have a friend who actually manages a sports facility who used to play football. So there's so many career opportunities to be into something you love. As a great fingertip save by the goalkeeper from a Janaise Swan shot. See, Mr. Swan is really trying to impose himself on his game here. He's been on the end of some beautiful play so far as he gets into the box for this Dandytown corner. And let's see what happens. Valencia has sent everybody back in the box. They clear their lines.
Dandytown's got a real strong bench over there. They got number 7.
David Jones.
Number 7, I think Seaman over there. Antoine Seaman over there. He's very clever winger. You know, I like his style of play.
Dandytown and Valencia engaged in a tug of war at the center field.
Number 8, Antonio Martin Richardson. You know, he's a player that actually does the bulk of the sacrificing for Dandytown. He sits in that middle and he allows the rest of them to play. I like his style. And he sits right there in the middle of the park. He shows great discipline. Look at him. He knows his 2 players are going forward, so he just drops off and waits when he sees Amar Lewis is going forward.
Very, very important.
Yes, and he cleans up.
Yes. Just speaking about him, Mr. Martin shows his worth as the ball was played in the open area and Jatina was not having any of it. Took his man down. A professional tackle. And, well, you know.
He knows where he was. He knows he couldn't afford to be beat. Great save there by the keeper.
Wow, I just saw a free kick from about 20, 30 yards, and the keeper had the fingertip save it. The skill and technique from these players on both sides is wonderful to watch.
We're 8 minutes into the first half. Still no score.
Bermuda Sports Network, bringing you the best of the 2012 Kappa Classic. Mr. Douglas will be taking the corner kick for his team. Goes a little deep. Goes over the touchline. I know Paul will feel a little bit discouraged by that little corner kick. He had an opportunity to attack for his team. And he just didn't connect correct with the ball. We're sure we'll see some more of him today. This ball comes out of the back end. They just let that one go through for a goal kick. So it'll be a Valencia goal kick, as we must be getting close to halftime in this game. Under 14 finals match between Valencia Orange and Dandytown. Now Dandytown have won the ball and the striker's holding up very well. And he picks his, he almost picked out a very good pass to a winger.
And here's that number 8, Martin Richardson's there. Jatino.
And Dandytown are pushing, and they're pushing. They're overlapping fullbacks. Just a little heavier the pass, but the idea was wonderful. Dandytown showing they can do some one-touch passing. Paul Douglas, the captain of Valencia, for a little bit of space, gets closed down.
Good work by Amar Lewis there. He knew he was out of position. He did a lot of good work to get back.
And Paul Douglas just couldn't get the shot away. One thing I've noticed that these young players are not afraid to sacrifice their for their team. No hesitation. I've seen Premier League matches where people shy away from defending, but not here. As Dandytown.
And that's the speed.
Oh.
That's the speed.
Wow. Dandytown showing exactly what they're about. Almost coming successfully with the counterattack.
That's ill-advised by Douglas there. He's tied his license in the middle of the game.
Yes.
He's picked the wrong moment to tie his license there.
Luckily, he didn't pay for it.
Yes, luckily. Coach David is having a little go at him.
Dandytown are looking a little bit more aggressive in the last few minutes or so. And just with some last-minute defending by Valencia, who are trying to crowd out the Dandytown player. Is it a foul? Mikhail Thomas?
Yeah, so number 7, Mikhail Thomas there doing some excellent defending work there.
The throw in from Dandytown comes into the box, is cleared out. Mr. Thomas again, I believe. Paul Douglas with an excellent step over. He's clear on goal. He puts his man forward.
And it's 1-0.
Valencia's 1-0.
It's 1-0.
Paul Douglas links up.
Excellent work by Paul Douglas, and unselfishly puts in Antonio Bailey.
Puts him in 1-0 Valencia. Dandytown 0. It was almost, it came from the counterattack. The ball quickly cleared. Paul Douglas stepped over and made his man disappear. Had the open space and played a lovely ball to Mr. Bailey, who was just waiting to tap it in the empty net. Dandytown now have to answer. Valencia will be happy with the way they've started, getting the first goal. Dandytown now have to push even harder. Ooh, as a bit of a hard clamor as two players come together in the ball. Everybody gets up though. Not a pleasure.
He might be a little dazed by that.
Yes.
Might be a little dazed.
Yes. Come off for a moment there. Hornets made a sub. He's bringing on Jakeem Hunt for Mr. Oniko Lowe. Paul Douglas again showing his worth.
You see the Valencia coach as the players up off the bench, he said, sit down and really spark football.
Yes, I really like this. What I'm seeing, some of the stuff you can't see on camera, how the Valencia coach handles his players on the bench celebrating. Yes, it's halftime. Valencia 1-0 up. Thanks to a great assist to Mr. Bailey from Paul Douglas, the captain. Now we're going to see, can Dandytown respond? It's been a cagey affair. I would say both teams have had equal opportunities.